coming up in this edition.
Okay, the South African government is relying on the Sadc Treaty as the basis for extradition. Now, the Sadc Treaty provides that it will only be binding if it has been ratified according to the constitution of the respective states. Now, Malawi, as much as we signed the treaty, we have not domesticated it, meaning Parliament has never passed a law that it should be part of the laws of Malawi.
It's official. The Bushiri'S extradition back to South Africa now hangs on the Sadc protocol. Experts predicted a long drawn-out extradition case when it started, and it seems it is heading that direction. 6 months into the Bushiri extradition case in Malawi, there appears no end in sight. The defense, led by Wapona Kita, requested the court to throw the extradition case out of court because it lacked legal basis. According to Kita, the Sadc protocol, which the state was basing their arguments on, was not ratified by Malawi, adding, "There is no act of parliament that empowered the protocol to be applied and enforced in Malawi."
Okay, the South African government is relying on the Sadc Treaty as the basis for extradition. Now, the Sadc Treaty provides that it will only be binding if it has been ratified according to the constitution of the respective states. Now, Malawi, as much as we signed the treaty, we have not domesticated it, meaning Parliament has never passed a law that it should be part of the laws of Malawi.
The defense consequently asked the court to refer the matter to the Chief Justice of Malawi for interpretation of the matter since it relates to the application of the Constitution.
So we're asking this court to dismiss the extradition request, but because this is a constitutional matter, the Constitution must interpret the Sadc protocol. That's what we're not comfortable with. At this stage, as long as we have satisfied the court that the matter relates to the application of the Sadc Treaty, which is not domesticated in Malawi, we're good to go to the Constitutional Court.
The state, led by Director of Public Prosecutions, Dr. Steve Kayuni, objected to this particular submission, arguing that at the last appearance, Magistrate Patrick Chirwa ruled that there should be no further application relating to the matter. Resident Magistrate Patrick Chirwa quickly reacted that even though he had earlier said there should be no more application for relief, he has no option but to allow the latest application to have the extradition case thrown out. He said the application and its reasons were compelling to the point that the court could not ignore them. It will be such a critical point on Friday if Chief Resident Magistrate Patrick Chirwa were to hand over the issue to the Constitutional Court for interpretation as requested by the defense. The determination of the matter of the Sadc protocol by the Chief Justice and his blocks will give a clear light as to what will become of the 6-month-long extradition case. An extradition expert recently said that the Bushiri'S had a valid case as per the Sadc protocol.
Reverend Bushiri is a very clever, very well-informed gentleman, because what applies here is the SADC protocol on extradition. And if one looks at it cursorily, one finds provisions, Article 4 in particular, which will prevent Malawi from extraditing Reverend Bushiri, because Reverend Bushiri will probably never receive guarantees of an impartial trial in South Africa. He's invoking Article 4 of the SADC protocol, and it's totally in his rights to do so. So he may have the last laugh. The Malawian government will simply say, well, we can never extradite him. Our hands are tied by the SADC protocol. Whether they are going to be forthcoming or not, time will tell.
The mere fact that we signed that treaty does not automatically mean that it is part of the laws of Malawi. According to our constitution, it's supposed to be domesticated under Section 211 of the Constitution.
Counsel for Prophet Bushiri as to whether the Bushiri'S will be extradited or not largely depends on two premises: whether Patrick Chirwa will refer the case to the Chief Justice and whether the Chief Justice will rule in favor of the defense. This is just the beginning.